Hello everybody, I am Narkov, and we are going to be playing Rimworld. Um, we've got a set of mods here. This is my mod list. I've got a bunch on the left, those are the ones we aren't using. I'm not going to go through all of it. I do have a lot of mods. Rimworld is a very mod-friendly game, so lots of stuff in here. I don't even remember like when I'm playing what's really vanilla and what's not. So even like we've got expanded vanilla stuff throughout here as well. Camera upgrades. Some of the stuff that's in here we won't even run into at all because it's very specific. Okay, so we're going to be starting a new game for a run here, and I think we're going to do Lost Tribe. I want to start with low technology. That's pretty important for this because I want it to be kind of a slow start. I don't know if we want 5 people though. We might use the scenario editor here and do something with that. We will use the main storyteller, and we'll play on adventure, which is kind of the normal. I have played on a couple of these higher difficulties, and they are very brutal. This game can be very unforgiving. I'm going to put a seed in. So we need to choose a place to live. This is our planet out in space here. See all of these crazy icons. They're all different factions. Some of them are friendly, some of them aren't. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the purple ones are neutral. Okay, neutral. The blue ones are... they're actually -80 hostile. I think all of them. All the blue ones then. And the ones... neutral's good. Are any of them positive out the gate? Maybe not. -100. Has a -100. Yeah, I don't think any of them are actually going to be positive out the gate. But all these purple ones, being neutral, mean that we can like trade with them and they'll be positive in no time. The like -80, -100s takes a while to build rapport with them. They're going to fight you if you build next to them. We also need to look at these little information panels here. Click the terrain button here, and when we click around, there's a lot of information that it gives you, but the important things that we're looking at is the stone types. I think is important to me because it determines what materials we'll have access to for building other than wood. The growing period. I usually like to grow in year-round. I think we are going to look for somewhere that's year-round just because it makes it a lot less unforgiving. I think we're going to go here. I like this place. It's a temperate forest, which means we're going to have lots of animals, but it's not overgrown. It's got limestone, slate, and marble, which I like the slate and I like the marble for building quite a bit. It's beside 2 neutrals and 2 hostiles. Oh, actually, these are all neutrals. I thought these were hostile. Okay. That's really good. 5 neutrals around me. There's still some hostiles out here, obviously. Wow, lots of options for trading and stuff. This is a great spot. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, yeah. So we're going to hit next. Yeah, no issue there. And now we need 3 people. We're going to go with 3 baseliners, which just means like human. We're going to make sure that they're all above, I think, the age of 20, so that they're considered adults in the game, and they have full access to skills. And then we're going to get lots more people throughout the game. It's just the nature of the game. You get people coming in, people have kids, stuff like that. So we'll see. Okay, so we've got our crew here. We've got Cass Weasel. Cass Weasel is 20. She's the one female in the group. She's got Fast Walker and Sanguifriend. Fast Walker means she just moves faster, and Sanguifriend means that there's like a vampire kind of class in the game called Sanguiphage. And it makes it so that she doesn't get a negative mood effect if they had to feed on her. Shooting's high at 9, and she's going to have that increase. She was a country child, and now she's a gun dealer, which means that she has high social and high shooting. And then I made Narkov, that's me. As a child, I was a free thinker, and now I'm a cave builder, so I've got really good mining. I've got good shooting and construction as well. Construction's really important for building up the colony, so I wanted to have that on there. I've got natural marksman, so I aim faster, and I think it makes me a little more accurate. This means the sanguine means that I have a higher mood effect. I'm not going to be sad as often. And tough, so I have an incoming damage multiplier of times 66%, meaning I only get dealt 2/3 damage. And then we've got Rego Gregor. He was a blacksmith's son, and now he is a blacksmith, which means he has excellent crafting. He also is going to have good construction. I give him strong, brave, and hard worker. So this is the 3 that we're going to start with. And here we are in our world. This is the map we're on. It's kind of brown. Not a lot of greenery, but looks like we got plenty of trees. This is actually rich soil. This is good for growing. For those of you who aren't familiar with this game, it's kind of like a community builder. It's kind of like a survival game. It's kind of like a sandbox world game. We're just going to run around and allow some of these resources so that we can use them. I did have to add on to the Hitarn Narkov onto his name there, because just having Narkov, it deemed it a non-valid name. We got Bumper over here, Bumper the cat by the looks of it. What are our animals? We got a wolf. We got Need, the female Arctic wolf. We got Lucy, the female Labrador retriever. And Bumper, the female cat. Okay. We do have water here, so we kind of have to decide now where to build. I don't see any swamp. At the very bottom left of the screen, you can see my cursor, that's good. Right over here, it shows you what my cursor is hovering over. So you see the darker patch here. If I go over top of it, it switches to rich soil. So if we see something like swamp, that's not a sturdy land, and we can't actually build on it. Shallow moving water, chest deep moving water. So this river is good for us. We can use it for power, we can use it for a few things. Currently I have time stopped. You can see on the bottom right I've got the different time options. There is a lot of information thrown at you here. If you're not familiar with the game, I'm going to try and explain certain details. I think we're just going to build right in the middle of the map where we dropped, honestly. Looking around, there's a lot of good stuff for us, but yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to claim this table. And we're going to want to use this. And we're going to want to use, this is important, this becomes power later on, but not yet. Got enough wood, let's just tell them to build. So this is how building works. I go to this architect screen, and for example I can go structure here, and we'll go wall. We just want a normal wooden wall. And we're just going to drag and drop our walls. So we are going to want, we're going to do separate buildings. So like instead of doing one big mega structure, we're going to do everybody gets their own bedroom, and so somebody's house will go up here, which means we're going to want this main build to be about here. Go 7, go in 3, up 3, 7, in 3, over 3, 7. Oh, technically. Okay, that's going to be our main building. We're going to toss 2x2 doors on each side. Actually, these aren't even, so we'll just do that. Cancel that. Build a copy. Okay, so this is going to be our main building. We're going to put it to normal speed now. Well, before we do that, actually, we're also going to go through the work tab. We can switch it to these priorities. We want everybody to firefight, everybody to be a patient, doctor to be a doctor. We want you guys to be willing to doctor, bed rest, childcare, basic, construct, So if you're unfamiliar with this screen here, basically if there's a 1, it means that they'll do it first. If it's lower priority, then they won't do it if there is a higher number thing available to do. So if I have these on 1 on construct and there's something to construct, these guys are never going to go mine something unless it was also a 1, and then it would kind of be a toss-up and whatever's closer. There's some other AI things that go on there. But you want it to be at least a 4 if you want to be able to tell them to do it. Like, I can click on Narkov here, and I can tell him, hey, can you... Well, I can go here and I can say chop this tree, and then I can say, hey, you do this right now. But I can't, because he's not assigned to plant cutting. So even if he's bad at it, I don't want him doing it all the time. I need to come in here and say you're willing to do it. And now when I tell him to do it, he's going to go chop the tree. So that's why it's important to go through this and make sure that even if somebody's not good at something, you make sure that they are able to do it. Doctor's a big one for that. So there's a few things that we're going to have to hope we run into some colonists to help us out with, like intellectual. For research, we don't have the smartest group. We got 3, we got a 4, we got a 1. I'm looking at the average of relevant skills in the little box there, for the record. If I click on one of us and go to bio here, you can see intellectual 3, Narkov's got a 4 actually, and a 1 on Gregor. So 4 is the best bet we got right now. It's not insane. We are going to start it though. Everybody knows what their jobs are. We do have wood around to get this going. We're going to go into here and go into floors. Go into wood floors. Fill up our first building here. This is going to be like... What is this? I guess... storage room? We need a kitchen with a freezer. That was originally supposed to be this. That might still be. I think we're going to cancel this. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to put that back. Damn it. Misclicks in this game are awful. Okay, but we're going to build out like this. And maybe even do this. Kind of like that. What the heck? Get rid of that one. Let's copy here. We're gonna want to build this here. Yeah. The reasoning for that is because I think that the tables that we want there are actually 3 wide. Yeah, a butcher table will go here, and a fuel stove go here. We're going to have to set up some zones. So a stockpile zone, what these are for is for putting items down. I did this. This zone now I can go into the storage option and I can clear everything. And I can say raw resources, wood at the bottom here. We'll say wood, we'll say silver, we'll say steel. Yep. Now, when we've got excess wood and stuff, they should store it there. And we do have... Does anybody have any items? No, we should equip some people with some stuff. Give Narkov a bow. Equip this. So we got some food, some apples. This area eventually up here will need to be refrigerated and be where we store our food. Okay, so we need to build floors. I always forget as well, you need to put the floors under the doors or it doesn't look good. hoopstone ring. I think that's important for us to get down. So we will. Ancient danger, what that's talking about is this guy here. Inside we've got some loot, we've potentially got some people, and we've definitely got a fight on our hands, so we're going to leave that alone until we are probably much stronger, because, I mean, I chose the Lost Tribe or whatever, which means we don't have a lot of stuff. We are going to go into orders, though, and we're going to say chop wood, and we're going to get people to chop down some trees. Just like that. We're going to go into zone, get a growing zone, and we're going to outline a 5 by 10 and a 5 by 10. This 5 by 10 will become rice. I believe I want it to be rice. There it is. This 5 by 10 will become... I think we're going to go with another vegetable. Maybe we'll do corn. Corn or onion? I think we'll do corn. I saw corn there at the top. We'll do corn and rice there. And at the bottom here, I want to do a growing zone. It is 2 by 11. And that will be heel root, which is... Nobody has that. We're going to switch that out. Can't be heel root. What else will we want? Can we do smoke leaf? Nobody has enough for smoke leaf. We will do cotton plant, because cotton plant is for cloth, and that is extremely useful. And this is all in a rich soil environment. I think every single square of it is. Yep. And we've got some more space too we can use, and this other spot here we'll probably utilize as well. But this will be the main one. I think we're going to build a house here. It's going to be a pretty simple house, but I'm going to do... Nothing's currently buildable in these categories. That's weird. Do a wooden wall. We'll do a little entrance. It's gonna have a bed here, so a back wall here. Bed. Dresser. I guess that's good just like that. I think we can open this up a little bit. Doesn't take up much more space, definitely opens up a lot. Yeah, just like that's fine. Put a door in the front. We're gonna go structure. We're gonna get a bed. Do we have beds? Tell me we know how to make beds yet. Ooh, am I in structure? Yeah, that's why. Furniture makes more sense for a bed, doesn't it? We actually don't know how to make beds, do we? Shoot! These are some nice houses for not knowing how to make a frickin' bed. A usable material. Guess. For now, that's what we're gonna do. And we might as well do this as well. What does this require? Steel. Do we have access to steel nearby? Easily. Compacted machinery, yes. Steel, no. Closest steel is all the way down here, so we are going to do a mining order. These guys here. I'm gonna take all of it. Might take a little bit of time, but I think it's worth doing. Really? You guys are fighting each other? Are either of you actually hurt? You guys look awful, but... Yeah, you guys are both okay. And tending to each other. great. I don't need infighting. I really don't. I guess I have to use sleeping spots or wait for this cloth to finish because I don't have beds. I know I started low technology, but I can build a house and I can't build a bed. Like, unless I'm completely blind. We've got bed rolls, which require cloth. And my people won't fit in cribs, which seems to me to be pretty similar to a bed. But whatever. We'll just use sleeping spots for now. And I think we'll end up with beds before the cloth is ready. But we are growing cotton to make cloth. So this is the hospitality mod. Hospitality mod allows us to accept guests in and they'll pay for beds and stay for a while. We can even set it up so that they'll buy goods that we're creating from shelves that we designate that they can take from. We're going to refuse visitors until I have guest beds. So even I think here I can set, see, for guests, and we're not doing that. Not yet. So using the blueprint mod that I have here, we can copy our newly built house. We're going to call it, bedroom one's not a terrible name for it, that's fine. And we can even rotate it whichever way we want. We're going to go ahead and put another one down here and another one right about here. And for this one, we're just going to go ahead and delete Cass's bed so that she goes ahead and claims this one as her own, because she is good at the plants and I want her close to it. It's also close to the cooking and I think she's doing that. Hold on. Mad guinea pig. This is one of the random events. This guinea pig is a man-hunter and is coming for my people. Let's see if we can handle it. This is our first combat against a guinea pig. I'm gonna let it get a little closer. It's pretty far out. These other guinea pigs are okay. This one here, Gregor, Narkov. Okay, we're going to drag and drop both of them. We can come down here and click draft. We can tell them to set up like this. Gregor, however, is a melee unit, so I'm going to tell him to meet. I'm going to select him individually and tell him to fight him. He won. Gregor's a monster. That was insane. Just one-shot him. Okay, and we can allow that as well. Hover over them, undraft them. Tell you to... We need a spot for them. Okay, fair enough. We will create a zone, a dumping stockpile zone. Here. Storage will clear everything. Close this. Close this. Corpses. Animal corpses are allowed. No rotten corpses are allowed. Now I can tell Gregor once more to haul the guinea pig. And he's going to move it over here. So we can say we want, say, 5 meals per person on hand. That's probably too much. We have no refrigeration. We're going to go with 3 meals per person on hand. We'll go to 9. So we want to have 9 meals on hand at any given time. Hopefully that is what happens. We've also created somewhere for the people to eat at the table, which they really do care about. So what we do now is we don't have all the food grown yet. It's getting pretty close. It's growing really fast over there on the rich soil. But we can click this Animals tab is our guys. We actually are going to go into here and select these. We want to train our animals to haul things and to fight things and hunt. And we're going to go into wildlife and we're going to set up some hunts. On the right it's tame an animal, on the left it's hunt an animal. The percentages is what chance that animal has to attack you if you were to hunt them, or to tame them. So for buffaloes, if you try and tame them, they don't care. If you try to hunt them, 1 in 10 chance they attack you, and they all attack you together. So we're going to kill all the alpacas, and we're going to Kill a lot of guinea pigs. Well, not that many, actually. We gotta be careful because we don't have refrigeration, but we do need to kill some animals and get some food going. And I said to hunt, so I believe... Okay, they're moving steel. What's Cass doing? Let's find Cass. Yeah, hunting, right? Hauling guinea pig. Or hunting guinea pig. No. It was hauling. Oh no. Okay, Bumper, that is something you gotta worry about too. We got a cougar here. And I'm not really confident in our gear to kill the cougar before the cougar does major damage to our people. But the cougar might decide to hunt both our animals and our people for food. It's just as likely that he did that than he chose Cass or Narkov or Gregor. But that's unfortunate. So we get to name the faction. We're going to call it Narkov's Army. We get to name the settlement. I'm calling it Sanctuary. And now we got to deal with Bumper. Poor Bumper. Making some food, that's good. Probably going to make food out of Bumper, so don't be shocked. Bumper went to good use. That's all that needs to be known. Okay, this is our first raid. We're getting raided by a group of Neanderthals from Bufflothed. Alright, let's take a look. It said a group, but it looks like it's just Trobo here. So that's the thing. So we have the option to imprison people that are coming after us if we damage them. Or we can just kill them. We don't have a prison right now. Let's actually build that. This is okay. So Trobo's here. I let him get way too close, to be fair. But they do have weapons. Where did he go? Down? Down. I'll tell you to just attack. I'll tell you to go outside. Oh, and the dog's helping. Trobo, you screwed. So wait till she dies. We're gonna set up a dumping stockpile zone over here. And it's gonna be 4 bodies. What? That's not ideal. However, this is going to be the prison, so we're going to go ahead and put those in. Sleeping spot. Bang, 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 bang. These are for prisoners. So, if we get somebody we want to imprison, there we go, we got somewhere to put them. There you go. Gregor gets his own bed. So after 11 days, now we're on the 12th of April, we've got a research bench, of which we will choose a first research here. And our first research is going to be, what does stone cutting give us? It's pretty important, I think. It gives us the concrete. It is something we definitely want. Lots of good stuff. What else is really important? Smithing. Yep. Electricity is a big one, but it's going to take a lot, so we're not going to do it right away. The art's really cool, but it's not important. We've got all these other tabs as well. Fish traps, different types of doors, gates, remote doors, prisoner containments, jail doors, different types of cooking, torture methods. We're not going to go into that right away, but maybe. Vanilla expanded. We got gunpowder for guns and stuff down the line. This stuff, we're not touching this mythic tab at all. This is to give you access to some insane stuff really, really early on. Anyway, that's going to do it for Narkov, Cass, and Gregor here. It's been a good first episode here, I think. We've got a lot done. We've got our kitchen, we've got 3 bedrooms, one for each, and a prison made. We've got a ton of steel. We've got a lot of food. The issue is this food's going to go bad. It still is 40 days, so it's not so bad. We're not going to hunt for quite a while, which is good. But I'm going to be doing another episode of this. We've got a lot to get done in this and a lot more to progress and a lot of space to do it with. So look out for the next episode if you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Leave a comment if you have any ideas or choices about the world. There's a lot we can do. We can dye. All the stuff we've placed down, we can dye still. I haven't started growing dyes yet, but that's something we'll do as well. And that'll be it for me. Have a good day.